What is up, guitar legends? Sam Wild here. We're looking at Frozen song today, Let It Go. You're going to need the cap on fret 1 for this song, otherwise it's very difficult. Let's just start from the beginning and work our way through. So for the intro, you can just do one strum for each chord if you want to. There is a piano tinkling away. So we're just going to have E minor. You can use fingers 1 and 2 if you want to, because then when we go to C, you can leave the middle finger there, just as our next chord. Then we go to D major, and then the first time around we'll have A sus to A minor. Okay, but the second time around we're going to do A sus to A major. Okay, so it's up to you which fingers you want to use. For A minor I tend to use pinky on the sus note, because then my first finger is there for A minor. But if we're doing A major, you can use the other 3 and slide the third finger in, like that. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just one strum for each chord, but at the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 2 chords in one bar. Same with this second time. Now we can keep this going for the verse exactly the same. Soul goes white on the mountain tonight. It's the same thing. If you want to add some very light strumming, you can. Just keep it quiet and try and keep it really sparse. So we're just going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. So you can add an up, down, up to the end, just really quietly like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. That A sus is still one strum for each chord there. It's just the other 3. The third time, we have E minor, C, D, and then to finish we'll do E minor, and then that D is going to be pushed. So the D major is going to be pushed on this 4th line. So E minor, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and again we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I do one strum for E minor and D like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. But for A major, you can either do one strum if you want to keep it easy, or you can do the sort of alternate picking from the bass note, which is the A string, and just pick some random string. So now we get this. And then we get to the pre-chorus. Okay, so that's the verse. You can either just keep it simple with one strum on each chord, or you can try and add some light strumming in there as well. Now when we get to the pre-chorus, we are going to do a strumming pattern. We're going to play down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just got D and C. Now for the last C, it doesn't really matter what you do. You can start strumming like this. You can keep it the same, but towards the end, make sure you're playing. So we do the rhythm twice for each chord. You always have to be still, don't feel, don't let them know. Now when we get to the final C, you can keep that rhythm if you want for a little bit longer, but make sure you change at some point to this down, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We want it to drive into the chorus and get louder, so just do all downstrokes. Well now let go, 1, 2, 3, let 'em go, let it go. So we stay on that C chord for a while. But now they let it go, can't hold it back anymore. Now the first chorus is quite quiet. The piano goes up high, ding 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 ding. So we can kind of replicate that high piano part by playing the higher strings on the guitar. So we're just going to play down, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you can see I'm going higher, lower, higher, lower. Okay, that's all it is. Ding, 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 ding. If that's too hard for you, then just do lots of strums. But try and emphasize the numbers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and we'll play those louder. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. I also try and get a full strum on each chord to begin with. You hear that each chord has a big strum at the beginning, and then I just keep quiet on the high strings. So for this chorus we have G to D major to E minor. You can have the high fingers again if you want, and you can leave them there. You can have a C add 9. You can play C major, but as we're already here with the fingers here, we might as well do C add 9. It sounds very nice for this song. Okay, so we have let it go, can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. So here we have B minor, so that's quite hard to change to from C add 9. You're going to have to bring the wrist down in advance just so it's easier to go to B minor. Okay, you can do this sort of this shape instead, but it's still very hard to change to. Okay, I tend to get the first finger off in advance, get it on the bass note so it's ready for B minor. The storm rage on. Then we have B flat. B flat's quite difficult because your wrist has to be quite low and forward. Okay, and you also have to kind of pull the finger towards your body, pull the hand towards your body, just so you can really get a full bar chord there. So yeah, let the storm rage on. But for B flat, just do one strum per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so B minor is continuing the other rhythm, but B flat is just 4 strums. The cold never bothered me anyway. So to finish this whole thing, now make sure you don't go to C add 9 at the end. We want a full C chord there. Cold never bother me anyway. If you want to keep the chorus really simple, just don't do all the fast strumming. You can just keep it simple and go let it go, let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just do one strum per beat, that's fine. Now we have this. So we have G major to D, which is going to bring us into the second verse. Okay, which is quite clever because it's sort of like the chorus chords continue, but they blend into the verse. It's really awesome. If you want to get the little lick in there, all you do is play the G string. Bear in mind we've just had our C chord. Never bothered me anyway. all I've done is play G string, B string with the finger down. You do it twice, and then take it off, ready for your G chord. Now I tend to do this G shape. It's just easier after that if you want to do the lick. Alright, if you don't want to do the lick, don't bother me anyway, you can just have this. Just do your normal G chord, that's fine, but if you want to do the lick, I would do this G major shape. So again, the simple version is just play G, and then D. Okay, you'll notice the rhythm is more bouncy. So the way we do that is as soon as we strum, we bring the hand into the strings like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we come into verse 2. So for verse 2 we can keep this rhythm going, E minor to C to D, A minor, B minor, D, then we have this A sus to A. Again we have E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, C to D, do, 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 do. Then for A sus, down, 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 to A, bum, bum. For those of you that want to take your playing to the next level, make sure you sign up to my premium membership website. You'll gain access to all my backing tracks, all of my lessons, and I'll teach you how to improvise, solo, and play advanced chords. Enjoy the rest of your lesson, guys. This second pre-chorus is exactly the same as the first one, so we still have down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's the same thing, but when we get to the chorus this time, it's much bigger, so we can, and it's easier as well. We can just do a full strum, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let it go, let it go. I want the sky. And again, let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Now watch out. On the third time we have to follow the words. We go, here I stand, and here I stand. So it's pushed a beat backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. It comes in on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, I stay. Alright, and then again, B minor, let the storm rage on. Okay, then we have the awesome breakdown. So for the ending, keep B minor steady rhythm, but for B flat, just do some nice 1 and 2 and 3. Keep it all downstrokes. Okay, you might even want to add the pinky, just rest it on the guitar at this point, just so you're ready for the riff. Now this is really hard. Okay, the great news is you don't have to do that. If you want to keep it simple, you just go to this C power chord, like this shape here, and you just have that instead. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, you just stay on that power chord, that is fine, you don't have to play this. Okay, if you are going to go on the power chord, just make sure you've got your palm against the string so it's nice and soft. You might have to pick a bit more firmly because you're doing that. Okay, really just a subtle touching of the strings there. You get that nice sound. For those of you that want to try this little opening riff, here's what you do. So bear in mind we've just played B flat to end the chorus. You can stop early just so you have time to change. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear how I stopped there? So as soon as we have finished that chord, you need to move up these two fingers here. So it's like a C sus. And we have this arpeggio. A string, D string, G string. And back up again. Then we need the pinky, and then the first finger, then open G. And then the D string again. Now here you're going to have to shift the wrist down a little bit to reach that fret 1. It's weird, it starts on fret 1 and then goes to the second fret. And then to finish, okay, so and then make sure you play the G string after these two notes. So you got finger 1 and finger 3, and then finger 1 and finger 2. Some of you might do 2 and 3. I prefer to do 1 and 2 personally. That's quite hard because you have to move position. But you want to do that because then you're ready for the power chord. Okay, so all together. And again. So coming out of the chorus, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then, so as soon as you finish that, we just have C5, power chord, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So that's the first part of the instrumental. Okay, this is before the lyrics come in. Okay, so this breakdown, we can either start with the riff, or we can just play 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then vocals come in. We can stay on C5 for the easy version. Power flurries through the air into the ground. And again C. I'm just playing 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Then go up 2 frets. Okay. And then regardless of whether or not you do this easy version or not, we're going to go to E minor. Never going back, see, the past is in the past. Let it go. We go E minor, C, D, 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 A minor, to C. Let it go, let it go. And there we're coming to the last chorus. Okay, so that's the easy version. You just stay on these power chords, right? If you want to make this a little more complicated, have a look at the tab. We can play this. So we have 1 and 2 and 3. Basically everything happens on this G string. Okay, but the power chord is still happening. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So it's quite tricky. The pinky comes off initially and the middle finger comes down. But then you also have to flatten the first finger if you want to get that fret 3 on the G string. You hear that? The first finger is flat there. same thing on this D power chord as well. Okay, it's quite tricky. Again, you just have to follow the tab slowly. You can hear the piano doing that if you listen really carefully to the song. Okay, but again, you don't have to do that. You can just play. You can just stay on the power chord, right? That's absolutely fine. It still sounds really awesome. Then the ending. Now for this ending, watch out for the C chord, because we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's pushed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It's in between the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, now we can finish this song very easily. The chorus is the same as before to begin with. Now we add an extra bar here, so after C add 9, we need to go to C minor from there. Okay, it's just like an extra bar that goes in. Then slide down to our B minor, then B flat. 2, 3, 4. The cold never bother me anyway. So it's just the ending we have to watch out for, right? So. C minor, let the storm rage on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, never bother me anyway. So when we get to B flat, all downstrokes, and you can stop on beat 4. Let the storm rage on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then C. So as soon as you get to beat 4, you're going to strum and then stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a quiet strum on C. Alright guys, that is everything. So you've probably realized by now you can kind of simplify most of this song and make it really easy. Some of you might want to do some of those more challenging parts as well. So the play along is coming up. You can try and play the whole song with me. You'll have the chords, rhythm tab as a guide as you go through it. Alright, so if you found this lesson helpful, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell icon too. Alright, good luck with the play along. I'll see you in the next video.